Hello everyone, my name is Steve Whitlow and I'm with Merakey Gateway Transition Services. And I'm here today in our first video which we will address transition needs of individuals who are moving from high school into independent living. And we address these needs through a variety of different services, which would include independence coaching, which is a one-on-one skill training, and that is done through our skill coaches, and it addresses the specific areas that you need to address as you're going through your transition from high school into independent living. Also, we have what's called as PREETs, and that's a program that's provided for by state funding and the Louisiana Rehabilitative Services, and that's done in cooperation with high schools and the IEP process that you're already familiar with. And so those would be done in classrooms, but also in the community. Also through skill coaches, and it touches a lot of the same topics that we would in independence coaching. And the other service that we have is called Gateway Inc. Gateway Inc. is a screen print shop, and it was developed to serve as an incubator for individuals who are learning to have job skills that they'll need to carry on into future workplaces. And so we're an actual working screen print shop. We print t-shirts, we take orders from the public, but we do so in a way that allows our clients to have the experiences they'll need to be successful as they move on in life. And so there's several different topics that we address when we go through all of our services, and those services are necessary so that every individual will have a complete set of skills that they need to be successful when they get out of school. And the first one is job readiness. And job readiness really is sort of the background material that you'll need to be successful in the job that you choose. So that would be whether or not you are in the right environment, how do you dress, how do you interact with others in the workplace, those sorts of things that would make you ready to be in a position of employment. And the second is job exploration, and that really is self-explanatory. What type of job do I want to have? It could be defined by the type of job that it is and what the tasks are, but it also could be defined by what environment that I work best in. So we explore all those things and we find out what's best for you. And the last part of the job settings is the job placement. Where do you fit best? Who should your employer be? What should they know about you? How will you go about getting that job that will last for a lifetime? And so those are the three things that we work on for vocational implications and for the actual readiness of someone to be in the workforce. The other things that we work on are self-advocacy, which is not just sticking up for your rights, but it's really a way of expressing to others what sort of things that you need to be successful in the community and how do you relate that to the other people so you'll understand. That's self-advocacy. And the other thing that we will work on is self-care. Self-care are the things that we need to do as individuals on our own that will keep us healthy and in good spirits. And so that will be hygiene, that will be food preparation, and all those sorts of things that we need to take care of ourselves. And finally, an important part of it is community interaction. How can we go out in the community, feel safe, feel comfortable, and feel friendly with others that we're meeting in the community on a regular basis? And so we'll develop different skills as to how to interact, how to treat people, and those sorts of things. So all of those skill sets are discussed in our various programs, and we'll evaluate each individual for what is needed to learn those skills. And so this series of videos will be focused in on two groups. The first are the young adults that we serve. We want to address with those people what sorts of friends do they want to have, what sorts of employment opportunities do we want to have, do we want to be employed or do we want to just volunteer? Those are decisions that you have to make. Where will you live? How will you get there? Who will you work with? All of these things are to be explored with the young individuals that we work with so they will be happy, motivated, ready to go in their independent life. The next group of people we'd like to address is the parents and guardians of individuals that are transition age. And those types of issues will be different than what the young people will be addressing in their services because we're looking at it from a different perspective. We need to know what sorts of skills do we need to make sure that our students are getting in order to be well prepared for their life after high school. We need to know what programs and services are available through the state, the federal government, and other areas that may be of help to our particular individual whom we're caring for. And the last thing is what sorts of legal protections do we need to be in place as they move from a teenager into adulthood to make sure that they're safe and they're happy and they're well cared for. So that will actually be our next video. It's on Louisiana continuing tutorships and what sorts of things that need to be in place from a legal perspective to make sure that our individuals are safe, secure, and well cared for. So in the meantime, be ready for our next video. It'll be on continuing tutorships, but we'd like to hear from you to know what types of topics do you want to hear in the transition videos? What sorts of services would you like for us to explore in the transition area? Or do you just need some help? And if you need some help, feel free to email Maggie Giles, Maggie .giles at merakey.org, and she'll be able to provide you some information with regard to the substance of programming and skill training. Or Stephen Whitlow, Stephen period Whitlow at merakey.org, and I'll be available to assist you in other ways as well. So we look forward to seeing you again. Until then, be well, be safe, and we'll see you next time.